You know, but the guys turned out to be okay. They turned to be okay. I mean, a little more homosexual than I would have thought, but okay. Are they still around?
Looking forward to the Sissybomb show. Oh man, I can't wait, dude. I'm so psyched, man. I can't believe I'm finally getting to see him, man. I don't know. What's that guy doing in my bathroom?
Cultural diversity that I enjoy.
Our key word today is Ebonics, considering.
Ride dirty, one down there. Ride dirty, Method Man on stage, fuck it.
It was after this tour that Sissybomb released the greatest album of all time. The album that put them on the top of the world to stay. That album is none other than Cherry in Me Lap.
Your fourth album, Cherry in Me Lap. That's obviously that's like Michael Jackson's Thriller. It's Michael Jackson's Thriller. You remember the Challenger tragedy, where the spaceship, yes,
yeah.
yes.
So you heard our second album, Cherry in Me Lap. We're going 8-track in Norway.
People talk about when that happened, they know exactly where they were, right?
Right.
Same as with the the JKF or JFK incident where he was like
KY, what?
Where he was like beat up or something like that. They know exactly where he was.
Right, haven't you heard our second album, Cherries in Me Lap?
Can you tell me exactly where you were when you found out that your fourth album, Cherry in Me Lap, surpassed sales for Michael Jackson's Thriller? The all-time highest selling album of all time.
Let's see, actually, I think I do remember where I was at. It was, I believe it was at Poop's house, actually, and I was on the shitter, and I heard them yelling from the living room, "We've got the biggest seller ever!" And, I mean, it was an ecstatic moment. I mean, that on top of the fact that I was taking the biggest crap of me life. I was a very happy man at that moment, you know. I believe I partied right after I partied. Partied right after I partied.
In 1989, this album was accepted as an official doctrine of world peace, as music lovers everywhere cried Sissybomb. Religion was updated to adhere to the way of the bomb. Abortion was legalized. Their hardcore fans, what people now call bomb heads, began following the band all over the world. But how has superstardom changed them?
We've got our backstage pass.
Right, come on then.
You have been described as like the favorite.
It's more of a psychological thing, really. See, Bill and Gabe both feel they have to put on their antics to make up for the fact that they have such small penises, really. And I just don't feel that. I'm a very, very talented musician as well as intergalactic traveler, and I have no need for that. My penis is quite large.
He's one of my favorites.
That's because the majority is ignorant. All they do is hear the songs. They don't really know that it's entirely me. That's why Galactus, he's big, he's an animal, he's talentless, but he's big. And when can't even count how many times I've been on stage and people have come to try to rip at me penis. Rip, just touch, grab while I'm playing some of me stuff. And we just call
Galactus.
And he comes over, he either sweats some of his coffee onto him, or he just fucking falls down and breaks all of their arms.
Where do you think you'll be in 10 years? In 10 years? Well, hopefully I'll still be right here, baby. Woo! Yeah! Oh, 10 years, yes. Well, I had plans for having a dinner party, so I was gonna go and grab Mars and possibly Jupiter.
But with such a burden of popularity always comes a price.
You haven't eaten a planet in quite a while.
Yes.
Due to the fact that you've been ridiculed for your overweightness, and therefore you've been trying to trying to lose some of that weight.
Yes, I've been cutting back. I mean, I'm trying to stick to small moons and satellites now, but...
So exactly how much weight have you lost since you've come to Earth?
Oh, at least 40 tons, you know.
That's very commendable.
En route here, I actually stopped and ate an entire galaxy.
Have you talked to Richard Simmons about this at all?
Well,
he'd be very interested, I'm sure.
You know, there is a sweating to the bomb coming out.
Sweating to the bomb. Very interesting.
Right, we've got that in the works, and the Deal a Meal planet cards. We've got those in the works as well. I'm going to take those back to Milton. I think they're going to be a very big hit there. Richard and I were very tight like this. And sometimes you can get the planet clusters, you know. It's almost like a salad with your meal.
Kind of like asteroids.
Right, well, asteroids, I really never cared for asteroids. I mean, there are a few people, but they're an acquired taste, you know. A lot of minerals and ores and stuff.
But, so how do you feel about the asteroiditarians?
The asteroiditarians? Well, I really don't know what to think about the asteroiditarians, because like I said, they eat asteroids. So automatically, I've got that preconception about them, you know, that, well, you know, they eat asteroids. They seem like they're okay people, but, like I said. But
they're just skin and bones.
See, that's a common misconception, because the only ones you ever see are all skin and bones, but there's actually a big, giant king that sits at the back that eats all the asteroids. They work more like an ant colony, really. But enough about the weight problem. I'm a little touchy about that.
Superstardom for Fatback earned him a place in the hearts of Sissybomb fans, and more importantly, the members themselves.
Oh my god, they were so radical. Oh my god. That's what I'm talking about.
It wasn't that we needed a virtuoso, we just needed someone to help us carry equipment, and he worked cheap, but he wouldn't do it unless he could play in the band, so you know, we let him. Of course, didn't matter to me, just another guy in the band. But he's okay to work with, you know, he's a bit on the cheesy side, if you know what I mean. Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Basically, to make a long story short, without me, this band would be history already, alright?
Superstardom helped bring Pooh's already existent drug habit to a higher level.